Oh yeah, although I was gonna say you don't seem very scared. I mean, you're a guy you got. This is not your first lawsuit. You got. You're not slowing down. You're not stopping doing what you normally do.
I was canceled literally the second day the Me Too started
Right.
wrongfully. Like I've had to grow such a thick skin to get where I'm at and to build what I've built. You cannot read the comments. You cannot deal with the trolls. You just got you grow you monetize. I monetize the hate is how I eventually grew above it.
Yeah.
So yes, but honestly, it's stressful. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm a pro, and I'm not gonna let them see me cry and buckle. I'm not crying over it,
Yeah.
but I'm frustrated. I'm angry. And that's why and I'm grateful I have contacts like you, Mike, who I can call up and be like, hey, please get the word out because.
Oh, I'm very interested in this, and not only from a selfish point of view, because this could certainly happen to me as well, but for anybody out there who is starting their own YouTube channel and or doing the TikTok or Instagram, and they're trying to, anybody could pretty much be a reporter at this time. There's consequences that come with it.
100%. And that's what's so weird. Like people are out there trying to finally, Andy, you deserve it because you were harassing Amber Heard and harassing Meghan Markle and harassing Blake Lively. That's not what this is about. Like,
No.
They're not suing me for harassment or defamation. I'm
Right.
not a defendant.
Yeah.
They subpoenaed me, I believe, unlawfully now and justly, and abused the First Amendment, our Constitution, to get privileged information and sources that they had no right to do. And they put such a burden on me. Mike, that's what's scary. Like any celebrity or person who doesn't like you can just drown you.
Yes.
Like, literally squeeze and drown you to be like, nope, Mike, go check. I want you to check all this bull BS, and sorry, go figure it out. And then a judge like I got will basically not see, well, that's very time consuming and costs money. That burden should be on them. If you are subpoenaed and you have to force to provide it, the burden should be on unless something nefarious is found, then fine. But if not, that burden should be on the person asking for it, in my opinion, without a doubt, like without question.
It is
even the legal fees of it.
Having been in this similar situation, it is very frustrating also to want to get and tell your story from the highest mountain, and a lot of times you can't say what's going on. It's legally, it's smarter for you to keep your mouth shut. I did love the fact that like when they go through your stuff and they find nothing, and they were so positive that they were going to get you on some, and then they search your stuff and they go through everything and they come up with nothing, and you're like, I told you.
Well, it's darker than that because there is nothing. I've said it all along. I've sworn.
Right.
There's nothing. But what Blake does in this, and what she's been doing in this case, is she's gaslighting everybody. Her PR campaign is off the charts and how she's spinning it. And what she just wants to find is any communication between Team Justin and digital creators, because any communication to her is proof of retaliation, where it's like, TMZ knew I got subpoenaed before I did. You want to talk about manipulation of the media? They're not getting subpoenaed.
Right.
The New York Times got a legal text message from a flimsy subpoena and did a whole hit piece without even giving Justin time to respond. They're not getting subpoenaed, but TMZ and New York Times, they're protected. So it is so messed up what's happening. And she wants to be able to get my communications because she knows there's loopholes and technicalities that don't protect journalists like us.
Right.
And then she wants to nefariously spin communication. My news gathering intent. I don't know if you know this, I've learned it legally. If you're a journalist and you take a source to a bar, that's news gathering. Getting them drunk gets them to open up and give you the information. Taking them to dinner or getting to know them, having a conversation with a source gets you to let them trust you. So you open up and you get the information you're seeking. It's all news gathering. And in the order, she tries to make this comparison that, well, it's like a attorney-client privilege. Not everything lawyers and clients talk about is privilege. And my lawyer's not like, yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah.
It absolutely is. And it is for journalists too.
So you maintain that if you lose in an appellate court, you will still not turn over your
Mike, I will go in contempt, and I hope I can call you live from prison.
Please. I will write you. I will send you a file inside of a cake. Yeah,
it's that important to me. I refuse to back down. My wife's prepared. My co-host will take over the show, and we'll fundraise and live stream while I'm there if I got to do it. I joke because that's how I can't even imagine it's going to come to that.
Yeah.
To get information they already have from a non-party who she's read the documentation. If they get my source through legal means on their side, fine. But as a journalist, you're not going to get me to give up a source. I'm going to say it over and over again, that will destroy me. And this order does destroy me because it's telling the world I'm not a journalist. You can't trust me as an organization. Oh, and by the way, he has to give you up any people who he told would be he could keep confident. It's defamatory,
right.
And that's what Blake and Ryan wanted. And so the fact that the judge couldn't see the bigger picture is really disheartening to me. I'm dumbfounded by it. I'm really again, with all due respect to this judge, she admitted she was unfamiliar with a lot of this, and clearly she was.
Yeah.
And I'm really irritated we didn't get a follow-up hearing so she could educate herself a bit more about the complexities of the case, digital media. And so I guess that's why we're just going straight to the 11th Circuit to try to get this heard in a bigger way to hopefully ensure this doesn't happen again.
Did you think at any time when you were watching the first Deadpool that you were going to be in a lawsuit with Ryan? Like, you know, I'm going to be in a fight with this guy.
Oh. Dude, it's weirder. I emailed Ryan Reynolds like after the Deadpool. We made the honest trailer. We hammered him on Twitter. And then he messaged me, and then I'm emailing with Ryan Reynolds. And at that point, I'm like, oh my God, this is surreal. And he's like, cool, and he's collaborative. And I'm like, oh, he likes our jokes. And then it got even more like the Logan movie comes out, and we're like, man, wouldn't it be fun if we could get Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds. And he's like, I'm like, would you do this? 6 minutes later, I kid you not, he sends me a voice memo from his phone reading the lines. I was like, oh, this guy's the coolest.
Wow.
What an awesome guy. I've learned later, the reason he was cool to us is because it helped him.
Yeah.
Like being in those honest trailers were popular at the time. They were funny. It was really good marketing for him. He's taken that idea of marketing to next levels with maximum effort. Honestly, in another world, I could have probably worked with him and we could have made really great marketing together, to be honest. But what's just sad is I've learned now it's much more self-serving than for the greater good or for the collaboration process. You hear about TJ Miller. I think he's been on your, or not, the comedian.
He's been on a bunch
on your show. He's
him.
not had a lot of good experience.
Hates him.
Publicly said it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you learn more about what he's not apparently as nice of the Canadian as everyone hopes he is.
Interesting, man. That is, I'll tell you.
Please, if you have him on the show, don't tell him I was here.
We got to get you on when TJ's on again.
Please connect me with TJ.
Yeah. TJ's
off the
great.
record, please connect me with TJ.
I see Michael Jackson in the background. I know you've been on the set of the new Michael Jackson movie. How's that looking?
I mean, I don't know if you know all that drama. Do you know that drama?
No, I've seen the trailer and all that stuff, but I don't know the drama.
Oh my God. Do you have another minute to explain that drama?
Yeah, of course.
So
I love drama.
They shot the whole movie, which ends with his accusations against the Chandlers, which he kind of won because the stuff came out and there's audio tape of the father. I heard they were going to have audio tape of the father admitting this is a shakedown. Like, it was a great ending from what I've gathered of how the movie was supposed to be. An epic from beginning to that sort of triumph. And the estate forgot that when they made that sort of settlement agreement with Chandlers, in that deal, they could not ever mention the Chandlers or put them in a movie.
Oh, wow.
They shot and finished an entire movie, Mike, and then realized, oh, wait, our whole third act, all of it needs to be reshot.
They can't just go in there.
Everything.
They can't even change the name because the likeness and
it changed everything.
Wow.
So now they had to go. I actually haven't been in touch because since that drama happened, I've sort of lost some of my connections over there because it was bad news for them. So I don't know what's happened now. Now there's talk of 2 films because they had to go sort of, I think they end it sooner. I'll be honest, Graham, the producer, I met with him in the trailer. I saw the footage. It looked fantastic. To be fair, like, I'm excited for it. But I'm just sad, and I don't blame them. I blame the estate for not having their ducks in a row because Graham seemed to really want to address it all, right? And not have the elephant in the room. And the movie did. And I feel like it would have done such an amazing thing for Michael, but now they're going to have to sort of stop it earlier. And that'll, I worry, leave a stink from some people. Well, yeah, it would have been nice if you didn't go and do that to the kids. And that disheartens me because I'm a staunch defender. I've done a lot of the homework. I don't believe he actually did anything. I mean, he was weird by having overnights with kids. I'm not ever denying that, but I don't believe he crossed the line and was abusing them. But they had to reshoot the movie. It's now if this one does well, they'll do a part 2, which then it seems like they'll try to attempt to cover all that. But I don't know. It's become a little messy now that I'm a little worried, but we'll see. I hold out faith. Jafar is amazing. I think the filmmakers, the producers have done an amazing job. I feel bad for them in a way, but
they got.
Now I'm a little bit more. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm very curious.
Well, we have
a documentary plan, but this Blake Lively nonsense has put it on because the trial for the Blake Lively Justin is coming basically as that goes to film.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be able to get my doc out, but it's in work in progress. We've interviewed a lot of people and we'll hopefully get some more. But I'm also working on a doc about Michael being innocent. So stay tuned for that eventually.
Say you were actually on the set of the movie, right?
Yes, yeah. I hung out with Prince, who I expected would be so weird, right? Because it's like Michael Jackson's kids.
Yeah.
The nicest, most well-rounded, put-together kid. Knew all the crew. He was so cool. I was so like, I even at one point said like, I gotta be honest, dude, I really thought you'd be kind of messed up, like, and weird. And I'm like, I just gotta say, I'm really impressed. Like, good for you. Like, you got stuff together.
Yeah.
And, you seem happy and healthy. And he was like, thanks, man. Like he was involved and he's there. I've never met
Paris.
why am I forgetting her name?
Paris.
The daughter.
Paris.
Paris. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I spaced Paris. I know has had some issues and potentially fair issues she has. I don't know her, and I know it's BJ is what they call him now, not Blanket. But he's a huge nerd. Like he was a fan of my movie fight show back in the Screen Junkies day. That's how I got connected to the Jacksons early on. Is I went to one of their parties in Encino. They have Halloween parties, and they were Screen Junkies fans, my old brand, and so we got to go and I learned the kids. Then they actually had a YouTube show for a while. Taj, Prince, and BJ, and they would debate movies on YouTube, kind of like our show. We inspire a lot of people. So they seem awesome. Like I'm a big fan. So they told me like in another universe, Michael would have been on movie fights. Like I can't even imagine. But yeah. So anyway, I was surprised. Prince, shout out, a really good dude, does a lot of charity work, really well grounded. And he was there through that movie process. He was like, it was really weird because everybody always tells me about my dad and these experiences, but now in this movie, I got to sort of relive them, in this weird sort of surrealistic way. And it was, how imagine how difficult, but also kind of amazing that experience would be for a kid. So yeah, I'm very grateful for the experience. I'm excited for the movie. We'll see.
This is a conversation that we'll have in the future sometime before the documentary comes out, but I am also more of the opinion that Michael Jackson did not molest the kids. I feel like he was just weird and liked to be around kids. I think that the trauma in his life caused him to stop really aging mentally, and that's where he felt the most comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like you watch and you go dig deeper into what the evidence was and who came forward. Everybody came forward was financially motivated. Everybody.
That's a shame.
If Michael Jackson really was into kids like that, there would have been so many more.
You're right, because he had the monkey and the clown.
You get people like Macaulay Culkin, who's talk about a guy who's like healthy now and matured. I'm such a fan of Macaulay Culkin. Has defended him all along. Yeah. And he has someone like Corey Feldman who also defended him, but then changed his tune and then changed back. And you're like, that's expected.
Corey Feldman's nuts. Yeah. He's nuts. That's why.
Funny. But my point is even he, like both sides, the crazy and the mature, have defended him, including the guy in Leaving Neverland. So I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all.
Did you ever do any work with Crispin Glover over the years?
No, I'd love to, man. He's a wild one, but
he's in town this weekend.
I'm fascinated by him.
He was on the show yesterday, and he was
everything you hoped?
Yes, but the age of Crispin Glover now, you realize that he is more an artist than he is a weirdo. He's just a weirdo artist. But I really enjoyed talking to him yesterday, and I talked to him for about a half hour, and he was a very interesting character, man. But you see where all of the past experiences are coming from. You see what kind of guy he is, and he is certainly in the staple of pop culture in my life for sure.
Oh, 100%. And that whole Back to the Future 2, did you talk about that with him at all? It's a fact. Like,
no, because
he wouldn't do the movie, and then they cast a lookalike, and then he sued him. And honestly, he was right. It changed a lot of IP things moving forward, but fascinating how that all went down.
Yeah, I figured he was probably sick of talking about that, so we didn't really get into it. But I did mention, because I asked him, I said to you, because he does these comic book conventions, and I thought, well, you got to hate talking. He's like, no, I don't hate talking about it. He goes, I'll answer questions. He's like, I don't like to sign Back to the Future stuff, but I'm more than willing to talk about it. So he was cool. He was cool. All right, Andy Signore, Popcorn's Planet. If you're out there and you're listening and you're a lawyer a free speech lawyer, a lawyer who has an organization that wants to defend journalists or some suggestions, what is the best way for people to contact you?
Yeah, you can actually email me at press@Popcorn Planet, POPCORNED Planet, PLNET. Or you go to popcornplanet.com. You'll find our press releases in the news feed. And if you scroll down the homepage, you'll see our Give, Send, Go is another way to donate. If you're a high donor in Tampa and you're like, you know what, this isn't right, feel free to click over there. It'll go towards our legal chest as well as this production funds, because the documentary is spun out of control just because now I I got to re-edit things now. I got
Yeah.
to readjust things. And so, I got to pay the editors. So, plenty of ways to support or just share the press release. I appreciate all you guys out there that have supported. And Mike, Gio, thank you both for having me on. Rest of the crew, appreciate you all. Let me know anytime you need a Hollywood insight. I'm always happy to call in.
And I promise you that I will interview you from jail when you are in jail one day for contempt of court.
It's a deal. You
All
figure
right.
out how to get to me and I'll take the call.
All right, deal. Thank you, Andy. Good talking to you, buddy.